All right. Hey, everyone. We should be in business here. Spectre here with the Game Reactionist. We got the final part here, finally, of Silent Hill 2 Remake, the mod playthrough, the fun run here. So we're going to go ahead and load up. Hopefully Judo and some of the regulars should be joining us here pretty soon. Join us in chat so we can enjoy the fun together here. Let's see. Where did I... Okay, we want the manual save, of course. All right. So we got 5 endings to go through here. See, this to the end of the fun. Hey, Judo. I apologize for being like 10-15 minutes late here. But we are back. So, actually, it kind of works out nicely because I did this in such a way that we're basically going to go straight to the endings here. So I already did. You'll notice here that we're not in the where do we leave off before? The Historical Society, I think. We're not there anymore. We're in the hotel, and actually I have, as you can see, completed pretty much the entire run of the hotel. So we have the key to get into room 312, so we're gonna head up there actually. Yeah. So let's see. How do we want to approach this here? Do we want to do the fun endings first? Do we want to do Rebirth first? Because we have 5 endings to do. What do you think, Judo? How do you want to do? Do you want the funny, goofy ones first? The goofiest first? Do you want Rebirth first, or what do you want to do? Or the new endings first? We can really do them in pretty much any order. And we'll keep the mods on, of course, to keep it fun here. Unless the game crashes. If the game crashes, I will very quickly turn off the mods and we'll just do it vanilla. But I'm really hoping it won't crash so we can see all the endings in the goofiness of having Master Chief experience. Let's do a funny one first. Okay, we're gonna do a funny one first. Hopefully everything's coming through loud and clear. Everything looks good on your guys' end here as well. Alright, we should be able to get into... Alright. Okay, so we have... observation room. Okay, let's see the... this will be the dog ending. So we're going to do this one first. Are we ready? I told you I wasn't going to make you guys wait for it here. We're already at an ending here, so here we go. This is 1 of 5. And if you are curious to see the other endings, the original endings, I did all of the other, was it Maria, In Water, did those, and Leave Ending, I did those on the original run for the game, so you can check those out if you want to see those. But I didn't do anything special with those. And there was no mods for the first run. So, alright, here we go. Let's cross our fingers and hope it doesn't crash. So this should be the dog ending. What? Even before the Nightmare Hotel? Yeah. The dog endings. That's always been the speed run, ending, because that gets. We actually only really have to do the entire hotel for 2 of the endings. So those will be the bulk of this, but we can actually do 3 endings out of the 5 just in this. Here's 312. So we can actually do 3 of the endings right here. So let's do observation room. Yeah, with the can opener. No, we're going to use the dog key. Here we go. So cute. almost forgot. He's like, oh, shit. I got him right here. I got it right here. Adorable. Too cute. It's even better with Master Chief. Oh, and a bunch of achievements. And we got the speedrun achievement, too. Very, very nice. That was actually 4 achievements there. And it didn't crash on us. Hooray. Yay. We're going to keep the dog right over here, actually, in the background. It was good with Master Chief. It was actually well done. They didn't screw that up. I was worried they weren't gonna have him speak in English too, but they actually kept it pretty faithful to the original there. So credit where credit's due on that one. So that was one of our endings already. Very cute. Alright, I'll cross it off the list. Alright, and I think that should count as us receiving the ending as well, too, for the... I wonder how that's actually going to work. Hopefully that counts as us receiving the ending. Maybe we should do the autosave, just to be safe. We can load that. We'll load the autosave and do it that way. Alright, so back upstairs. We're going to do another silly ending. We're going to do UFO. Assuming I did everything right to get the ending. We're going to do the UFO ending now. Alright. So for the rest of these, all the rest of the endings, we have to go into room 312. Oh, you can already hear the goofiness here. So we have to observe, we have to get our... Where's our key item? Okay, our blue gem. Okay, here we go. So this is going to be the UFO ending. We're less than 10 minutes in. We already got 2 endings here, so I think we're doing okay. Stream sponsored by Guinness tonight, of course, as always. And I guess the rumor I saw is we're actually going to possibly see a follow-up to this. I guess Blooper is actually going to be working on something else. I guess apparently the sales, which were somewhere north of 2 million, were good enough to see to see this actually, Blooper is potentially going to be, I don't know if it's going to be another Silent Hill game. They haven't really specified, but apparently they're going to be collaborating with Konami again for something else. So I can't say I'm super excited about that or anything. I like I said, I'm a vocal critic of this game, which is kind of somewhat unpopular opinion, I guess. But I guess we have, you know, potential future games to go through. You know, so who knows what they want to do, if it's going to be another, if it's going to be Silent Hill 4 or Silent Hill 3 they're going to do, or one of the, oh god, one of the more modern Silent Hills. That would be pretty awful. But yeah, you heard that too, Judo. Yeah, it's it'll be interesting. So we'll keep an eye out. We'll keep our ear to the ground for that. We probably won't see anything materialize for that for several years at least, I would imagine. But speaking of remakes, though, we do have something completely unrelated to Silent Hill. We have a remake coming up for Tony Hawk 3 and 4. It looks like that's going to be announced in a couple of days here. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be something I'll probably stream a little bit too. Tony Hawk 3 was by far the best game in the series. Absolutely loved that. Played the hell out of that as a kid. So I might end up streaming that as well too, but I'll definitely be getting that. So okay, but without further ado, let's do the UFO ending. Very appropriate to have Master Chief involved in this ending, I would say. Oh, here comes the Covenant. Cute. All is as it should be. Clearly, this is the canon ending. Putting things back in order. In. Tinfoil hat. Reach the UFO. Okay, that's got to be the real ending, right? Here, Yamaoka. Nice yeah, haha, not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, that wasn't horrible. All right, so that's two endings. I'm keeping track of them over here. So technically, the two new endings for the remake are both actually optional for achievements, but we will be doing those as well. Speaking of achievements, I'm going to see what we're missing here, just in case. So, Rebirth and Party Like It's 2001, see the classic ending. So, we need to see we can do the Rebirth ending, that'll actually knock out the rest of the achievements. And then we can come back and do the Bliss and Stillness endings. I think that might be the best way to do this then here. What do you think, Judo? That way we get a little bit of action, and then we can kind of come back to, because Bliss ending we can actually do right now. And then Stillness ending we can actually also do right now. So let's do the Rebirth ending, and then we'll do Bliss and Stillness. How about that? So Rebirth, we actually just have to finish the game. The only requirements for Rebirth are to have the 4 items in your inventory and then finish the game. Save Bliss for last. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. So I intentionally avoided grabbing the last item over here for Rebirth so we can actually do the other endings. So the last item for that is over here in the Lost and Found. This does not appear in the first run of the game. You have to do this in New Game Plus. Alright, where is it? Alright, so we got Lost Memories. I believe that is everything we need. Let me just double check real quick. Alright, with all 4 items, just finish the game normally, and you'll get the Rebirth ending over any regular ending. Okay, so we got the 4 items here to do Rebirth. So we will have to do the nightmare side of the hotel, but that is really pretty quick, as I recall. And this is the only ending we'll have to do the nightmare side with, I believe, because the other, because Bliss can be done right away in 312, and Stillness can be done. Actually, we don't even have to go to room 312 for that. That can be done down in the lobby. Alright, videotape. What's going on with Master Chief here? That's weird. I don't know what's going on with Master Chief. He's in kind of like this cloaked mode now. Bizarre. So we're actually going to skip this cutscene. Let's get to the end here. Okay, as I recall, this section's pretty linear overall. So we gotta move this over there. This breaks the floor for us. And technically we can start using guns again too, but we're just gonna use the chainsaw. The chainsaw is the most efficient thing anyways. I'm glad the mods are still working with all the cutscenes. Alright, where the hell did we go again? It's something in here, or is it room 204 we have to go into? Let me see. Must be over here. There we go. Alright, I think we're going... Yep, back through here, cloakroom. Alright, which way does it want us to go here? Can't go that way. I must have missed something over here. Oh, where is... Oh, here it is. Okay. Duh. Yeah, for whatever reason that the Chris Chan voice mod still it like affects James's voice for some reason. If you missed that, actually, go ahead and watch the Eddie slash Chris Chan fight. That was pretty entertaining. Did you watch that yet, Judo? Or I thought that was kind of an entertaining little fight. Yes, he did. Yeah, it was that was pretty enjoyable. Almost forgot you're watching a Silent Hill 2 video, right? Oh, here's the Angela cutscene, I believe. Cortana.
Mama? Mama, I was looking for you. You're the only one left.
Mama Chief.
Maybe then I can finally rest. Mama. What's wrong? Wait.
Oh, Chief, it's just you, Chief.
It's you.
Sorry, Angela. I think you were right.
Sort of undercuts the seriousness of it a little bit, right?
Not anymore.
Thank you for helping me earlier.
All right, as riveting as the Angela performance is in this game, I think we're gonna skip. But it's just as funny to see.
Mama said it.
It's just funny to see Chief be,
I
Mama.
deserve what happened.
No, Angela, that is not true.
I think the James voice actor is actually kind of okay overall. I mean, and I strongly prefer the original, but I don't think there's anything redeeming about the Angela character or the other performances. Ah! Take that, ghost face. Manager's office, I think we go into. So normally the monsters you kill at the end here actually would affect the ending, but if you have the items in your inventory for Rebirth, it doesn't really matter. It's been, what, 4 months since release. Angela voice actor hasn't aged well. Yeah, no, I agree. Alright, here we are. So we got the Pyramid Head fight. I'm glad nothing's crashing. So, I mean, it's like 95% of the cutscenes seem to work with the mods. I'd love to know, like, why, like, 2 cutscenes don't work with them, but... the twin Thomas fight.
Leave her alone.
You guys ready for this?
Both the hell alone.
Thomas, leave her alone. I should really get a screenshot of the 2 Thomases. We got that overly dramatic scream. They should edit in the Darth Vader. No.
I know what you are.
Know what you are, Thomas.
I know why I needed you. But it's all over now. I don't need you anymore.
Incredible. Whoa! Ah! It's way more scary with the 2 Thomases. Ah! Oh. Burger. Another burger. Thomas, Master Chief, Chris Chan, perfect combo. It really is beautiful, isn't it? Ah. Forgot they really can mess you up here, can't they? That's the end of them. Another screenshot. Too many good parts here. Now we're gonna watch Thomas impale himself. Thomas, no! Said the fat conductor. Alright, well that was pretty excellent. Alright. And normally your ending choice is affected by what you put here. It doesn't really matter though for this. Alright, that was pretty excellent. Unfortunately, there wasn't really like a mod for Mary/Maria at the end. So that's going to be vanilla.
What do you want, James?
We don't have to listen to the long hallway, so we're just going to sprint through here. Nothing affects the ending once you have the Rebirth items. I was entertained. I'm glad, Juno. I'm really glad. I don't know where Rorschach is. He's missing all the fun. He's too busy playing his Metal Gear Solid 2, which is entertaining. His big boss run, that's actually... Even as a non-Metal Gear fan, it's still entertaining for me to watch. I played that game way back when it first came out.
I'm no use to anyone. I'll be dead soon anyway.
Because I liked the original Metal Gear Solid. Played for the Metal Gear Solid 2 right when it first came out. Because I obviously I would, because I like the original, and I wasn't super into it. I was kind of disappointed by it, and then 3, I played Metal Gear Solid 3 like a little bit after release, and then kind of moved on from that. And then really, I think with 4 was when my animosity towards the series really started to crystallize. Because Metal Gear Solid 4 was like that was like when the cutscene, you know, the Kojima movie game, you know, thing just kind of went into overdrive. It was basically like just watching like a full length, movie at that point. And it just was like, I'm just not into this, and especially at the time too, because you have to remember Metal Gear Solid 4 came out back when like there was nothing on the PlayStation 3. Like the first like couple years of the PlayStation 3 was completely barren and devoid of any games. Like, so it was we were looking forward to something. We were desperate, we were hungry and thirsty for something to play, and that's what we got. Although I will say this for Metal Gear Solid 4's favor, I actually enjoyed the online multiplayer. I thought that was actually kind of fun how they implemented that at the time. But back to Silent Hill. We'll save Metal Gear for Rorschach streams. Okay, so this is going to be vanilla. Other than, obviously, of course, Master Chief being here.
James.
Chief.
What's wrong? Aren't you happy to see me?
I'm sorry. I know what you
It's time
are,
to finish the fight.
Maria.
Just imagine if Silent Hill had multiplayer. They flirted with that idea. Do you remember Silent Hill Book of Memories on the Vita? The PlayStation Vita, of all things? They flirted with the idea of multiplayer. They wanted to turn Silent Hill into a multiplayer dungeon crawler experience, and that was that worked catastrophically for them.
Bring her back.
What? No, that's not true.
But before I do, I need to kill that part of me.
Yeah, I don't know. I never see.
The hell do you
This is one of those series. There's things that just peak so high, whether it's games or films, and you'll never reach that again. And for Silent Hill, that 1 through 4 was just so incredible, and we never will be able to reach that again. And it all came out like so quickly, within like 5 years of each other. That's the most incredible thing. Alright, let's finish the fight. I quit running away. Gotcha. Alright, so that's phase 1. Then we got the underground phase. Where are you? Yeah! The chainsaw does do just like a ton of damage, so it does make the fight a little bit easier. Can't trivialize it to some degree. Ah! No, oh, ah! Alright, let's heal up. May as well syringe. Why not? Master Chief doing some drugs. Die! I do love the design of this this boss. Ah, James, chainsaw. Okay, here we go. This is Rebirth. Just like the original game with Chief going out to the island.
Mary. You look so peaceful. Forgive me for waking you. But without you, I just can't go on. This town, Silent Hill. The old gods haven't left this place. And they still grant power to those who venerate them. Power to defy even death. Mary.
There we go. That's the last 2 achievements there. So that's all the achievements now. So that one's kept pretty much the same as the original there. I think they did like a boundary break in the original game. You can actually get to that Rebirth Island, and it's just like there's the building on it was just like a sprite or whatever. It wasn't like actually even a building. But yeah, so that is the Rebirth ending. So now we just have the 2 new endings. All right. Okay, good. It freaked me out for a second. Like, I'm like, did we miss something? Here we go. So yeah, so let's see how these new endings hold up. Kind of disappointing this Rebirth. There was a darker tone of James in the OG. Yeah, you know, that really is, you know, that's the thing about this game in general compared to the OG. If there was, it's hard. It's really hard to articulate it. There was something about the, I don't know. It's maybe it's the graphics. You know, the PlayStation 2 graphics. Maybe things, you know, it being in Unreal and like this, and seeing everything so super sharp and shiny and super detailed. There's something's lost in translation here to some extent. You know what I mean? Like it's you know, like the somewhat primitive nature of the original games is part of the effect, part of the appeal. It's really hard to say, but something's changed tone wise between the original and this that I just can't quite put my finger on. So let's see. Okay, so we're gonna do the Stillness and Rebirth, or not Rebirth, Bliss ending. So Stillness, we have to open up the safe, the hotel safe, which I believe is... Was that in here? I thought it was in here. Could be wrong. Okay, never mind. Ah! A little laggy there for a second. Okay, let's see. Where's that hotel safe? Look it up here real quick. Because it's like right here. Okay, manager's office of Lakeview Hotel. Oh, is that, we might have to actually do the... Where was the manager's office again? Okay, we have to actually do, we have to get to the other world for that, I believe. Or the other world version of the hotel. So we'll do that. Okay. And then we'll finish the game of Bliss. Appropriately, right? That'll be our last ending. But yeah, I could make... I'm sure there's going to be people that make, you know, 15-hour long video essays about it, but I feel like... Maybe it's something where you have to have been there. I fully acknowledge that, you know, maybe part of it is just, you know, the way I have experienced these games, you know, with you know, experiencing the original back in the day. So maybe I have like these rose tinted goggles, you know, of how that game was, but videotape. Okay. Yeah, for whatever reason, Master Chief becomes like stealth mode here. It's weird. Can I skip it? Oh, here we go. Alright, we gotta get over to the manager's office. This time we actually know where we're going. So we'll kind of speed run our way through this. But yeah, I mean, I just having played the games, you know, the original back in the day, I played for the original probably close to a dozen times. And I'll definitely play it again. As far as this game's concerned, I mean, if this is any kind of review in itself here, I intend to play the original again. I'll probably always come back to that game. It could be 30, 40 years from now. I could be a very old man, but I would want to come back to that game. I don't ever foresee that game becoming stale to me. It has this execution, this artistry to it that you keep coming back to. You get something different every time you play it. Whereas with this, I feel like I've seen everything there is to see in it, and I just feel that it's just a bastardization of what we had. And I mean, I'm not saying like every single part of this was awful. It's just that I think everything about this was done better in by the original creators with the technology that they had at the time. The tone, I like the fixed camera. I even like the gameplay better. I feel like you're given just too much power and control in this game. You can as I've demonstrated, you can just kind of dodge roll your way around enemies. And, it's just like Elden Ring or something like that. And from that perspective, but without any kind of semblance of at least Elden Ring. To its credit, even though I'm not a fan of Elden Ring either, it's very punishing when you are hit directly. I mean, you can be taken out in a hit or two, and in this game, it's just I feel it's too easy, and it's just the difficulty in the original game, the original version of this game, was in the controls themselves as well too. That it is hard to maneuver around with the tank controls properly. There's a finesse to it, and also the part of the fear factor of the game, the horror aspect of it, is that you can't always see everything that's in front of you. Like in this game, I know where everything is. I know what everything is around me, what's going on. You just have too much control, and I think I felt this for the first time back when I played like Resident Evil 4 and like Dead Space back in the day. Like, I mean, a lot of people don't really consider like Resident Evil 4 to be like a scary game, and I think even Dead Space is not really like a scary game as compared to some of these older ones, with the older games with the tank controls, because you just have too much control. You're too powerful, and if you're too empowered, it is there goes any kind of intimidation or scare factor to it. So I think that's a problem. I think the soundtrack between the two games is pretty much obviously the same, but I felt it was more noticeable in the original. I remember the sound effects just being more present and noticeable in that version of the game. I like the pacing in that game a lot better. I felt like this game has just tons of padding for the sake of having padding. They've elongated every section of this game. Okay, we're not going to rewatch this again. We should almost be to the manager's office, right? Yeah. I feel like they've elongated every section of this game, and it's literally double the length of the original game, which from someone might say like, oh well, that's great, because you're getting what your money's worth. Then you're paying 50, 60, 70 bucks for this game, and die Ghostface. You're paying all that money for this game. You should get your money's worth, right? But yeah, but also it's possible to have too much of a good thing, go back and watch. I remember when I was a kid, I loved, as most kids might in my era that grew up in the 90s, I loved The Matrix. The Matrix was incredible. I was like, oh man, I really want to see more and more of this world. And, after seeing that first movie, and then we got more and more of that world, and it sucked. It's like, okay, I don't want to know everything now. I don't need to know everything. You can even say that about the Star Wars prequels to some degree. And even though I like the Star Wars prequels, it's like, sometimes you can have too much of something. It's like I don't need to experience all this. I don't need to have. Did I really need the prison section of Silent Hill 2 to be twice as long? Did I need the hospital to be twice as long? No, not really. Okay, so this is the safe here. So this is with the Key of Sorrow. 3, 1. Okay, wait. 3. There we go. Well said in your analysis. Yeah, and that's just kind of my, my uncollected, that's just this going off the cuff here. Like, so now if we examine this in our inventory, this will actually immediately trigger the Stillness ending, I believe. So yeah, I mean, there's more to go into about it, but pretty much every aspect of it. I mean, the voice acting, nobody can convince me that the new voice actors are better. I think the new James does just fine. The other voice actors really are just either passable at best or just a strict downgrade at worst. I think a lot of the I think there was something that's also something about it too. The original had those pre-rendered cutscenes. It was that vision of this world, just it was somehow just, I think there was a mysterious aspect of it. There's a darkness to it that you just don't have with this game. So I mean, it's like I said, it's very hard to articulate the differences between the two. And I'm willing to accept a counter argument. I'm willing to accept somebody coming at me and saying like, hey, you're completely wrong, and this game is superior to the original in every way. And it is worth pointing out that in general, I feel that a lot of the remakes that we get nowadays are inferior to the original that we see. I think the Resident Evil, Rorschach strongly disagrees with me. The Resident Evil 4 remake, I think, was inferior to the original. Although I enjoyed the Resident Evil 4 remake quite a bit. I don't think it's a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. Dead Space, actually, I think the new Dead Space, aside from some poor decision making, I think overall it's better than the original. But usually with a lot of these remakes, I think something's lost, in the translation here. But all right, we're going to do the Stillness ending here. A postcard depicting Toluca Lake. It's unbelievable that it survived the fire. Is that supposed to trigger the ending? Let me see. How does that work? Oh, you have to examine it and finish the game. Okay, so we do have to finish the game. My bad. So we get to see the Thomas the Tank Engine fight again. So we'll quickly do that last. I love that we still have the pumped up kicks mannequin here. So we'll finish this real quick. Skipping the cutscenes though. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, Judo, is there anything I'm missing here? I mean, gameplay-wise, story-wise, soundtrack-wise, performance and tone, I just feel like I feel like everything is significantly a downgrade in this game compared to the original. I mean, I'm willing to, like I said, I'm willing to accept counter arguments, but it's just. All right, so we did that pretty quick. The one thing I will say is, obviously this game I think is more easily digestible to a modern audience. Tom Hewlett ultimately got his wish. He wanted a, or at least, Tom Hewlett gets a lot of unfair blame for things, but I do remember a quote of his, like kind of wanting to modernize Silent Hill 2 at one point, and I think that this is exactly that. This is easier for a more modern, younger audience, I think, to play as compared to the original. I think the original would be perceived as rough by someone that didn't grow up with the kind of tank control schemes. What's Judo saying here? The performance frame rate in this game is Process considering that it's a remake of a 20-plus-year-old game. Yeah, that's very true as well too. There's something to say about the performance of this as well, and it's not just an optimization issue. I think the optimization is pretty bad in the PC version, but overall, I think this game is. I mean, it's an Unreal 5 game, like you say. It does Unreal 5 stuff. It crashes. It has it's all. It's all about the visual presentation. The visual presentation does look really nice. The game looks very nice, but the performance usually suffers for it. I actually do have a fan performance mod installed in this right now, which seems to be fixing a lot of the issues that Looper was not able to fix at this game even 4 months on. So yeah, there is something to say that the original Silent Hill 2, obviously was what performance issues were there with that game? None that I'm aware of, at least. All right, we're gonna re-examine that postcard one more time just to be safe. Alright, so we clearly examined it. This should get us the Stillness ending. I have a feeling this scene probably won't really be affected too much. At least they didn't do, they didn't put de novo on this game. So, I give them credit for that. For the PC version.
I've missed you so much.
I've missed you too. We can finally be together.
Alright, let's
forever.
Let's skip, let's get to the actual ending here. Ah. Gotcha. Yes. Hello. I have to think too. Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta will have the original voices. Why couldn't Silent Hill get the same? That's a great point to bring up, Judo. Why didn't this game get the same treatment and love and respect that that Metal Gear Solid 3 is getting? That is a fantastic point. Wow, we made that easy this time. Wow. But yeah, well, at least for Rorschach, I'm happy for Rorschach. He is head over heels excited for Delta coming out. I think he's like going like completely over the top with that. He's getting like every version of the game except the Japanese version. He probably will cave on that. I'm betting he will cave on it, despite the cost of it. So it is he's going to be happy. I feel like he's going to be very happy with that game. It looks like it's pretty fantastic. It's pretty respectful. Wait, will you stop calling me that? Ah! It's Chief. My name is Master Chief. My name is Neo. Alright, so this is the Stillness ending.
I tried. I really did, but I can't go on without you.
Can't go on without you, Cortana.
I can't forgive myself for what I've done.
Is this basically just the in-water ending? Again?
No. What's wrong, honey?
I miss you so much. I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
It's okay. James. I've always been waiting for you.
So it's just in water, an extended version of in water. Kind of weak. What can I say there? I mean, that's just, it's just a drawn out version. It's the remake version of in water essentially, where it's just it just needlessly pads out the scene. In water plus ending, LOL. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just pads out to the scene. Like, why do we need a longer version of in water? That seemed rather pointless. I agree 100%. Okay, yeah, like what is that? What does that accomplish over the in water ending? I think just adding on extra stuff, extra game time or content, or I mean, it's some less is more, to borrow the cliche. Sometimes it's better to tell a story succinctly and well, and instead of just padding something out just forever and ever and ever. So I feel like they completely missed the point there. So hopefully Bliss is better than that, because that was pretty disappointing there. All right, so last ending here. Bliss is the other new ending. I guess on the bright side, at least everything's working with the mods. So that's something. We're able to see all these endings with the mods on. But yeah, that was pretty weak. That was completely unnecessary. Like Blooper Team trying to persuade you that In Water is canon ending. Yeah, it's like we didn't really, you know, you could kind of feel like that was sort of the canon ending already, you know, with just of how the original was done, with all the allusions to suicide and things like that were kind of built into the game. You didn't really need, you know, an extended, you know, Oscar bait type of scene there. Okay, so we go into, so for the last one here, we go into 312 again. And we have to use the, what's it called? White Crimson. I think that's what we have to do, right? Let's see. Wait. No, it's the whites. Here we go. White Claudia. This will make it all right for a special time, a special place. All right, so that's what does it. All right, here we go. Okay, I think we watched the videotape then. It should be a different scene. We know we have a different scene now because Master Chief is not like a ghostly specter. Wink, wink.
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Promise you'll take me again, James.
I promise.
Come on, we need to finish packing. James, honey, did something happen?
Oh, no, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay. Gotta say, I'm not feeling the new endings. I feel they're just riffs of like existing endings to some degree. You know, it's like that didn't really add anything. Okay, well that was I know what you thought of that one, Judo, but yeah, that wasn't really, you know, that was confusing. Yeah, like were you like, is James supposed to be like a ghost in that? Like, is it like it was that like, I mean, obviously you drink that liquid. Does that just kill you? Was James sucked into the videotape? Yeah, like is it like the ring or something here? Like, yeah, it's just kind of, I don't know what they were going for with that one. But sure, I guess. Yeah, kind of confusing there. I don't feel like those endings really added anything there. So you could have, those were completely completely pointless in my opinion. I think it's just bullet points to add on there. Like, okay, yeah, there's 2 new endings, you know. Yeah, that was pretty unremarkable there. But yeah, so that is to bring it all full circle here. It's been a long journey here. That has been Silent Hill 2 Remake. 2 full playthroughs we did of, you know, the vanilla game, and then of the, you know, the fun run here with all the mods and everything. So I had a good time with everything overall. You know, I like I said, I do not envision myself coming back to this game ever unless I do some kind of like, the only way I could see myself playing this again is if I do some sort of like one of those really long like video essays that people do, and I don't even know if I'm like the best person to even do that, if anyone even would watch it. You know, if I had to put in all the effort to play for this game again and kind of go like side by side comparison to the original, you know, but I kind of gave my thoughts here at the end on the differences between the two and just how much better the original was compared to this. So let's quit out of this. Let's make sure we got all of our achievements here. And there's all my screenshots. All right, get rid of the controller there. And party like it's 2001. Only 3% of players did that, so I guess not too many people actually saw this to the very end. But that's okay, understandable. But yeah, so we are officially finished now. Very, very nice. First thing we're going to do is actually uninstall, because like I said, I don't think we're going to be coming back to this, so goodbye for now, Silent Hill 2 Remake. But yeah, thank you for everyone that's gone through this with me and joined for the ride here. This has been it's been entertaining. You know, doing you know this. I feel like, you know, as someone that, you know, obviously huge Silent Hill fan, I got all my Silent Hill crap in the background here, so I feel like I kind of owed it to the original to go through and really give this the full experience as much as I could and see everything there was to see in it. And you know, yeah, but I just, you can't beat this. You know, this is just it doesn't get any better than this, you know. You know, just something about the style of this is just, I mean, even just pulling this up right here, like, I mean, this camera, like, look at that fog. I mean, I just they just don't get it, you know. And it's like, yeah, you if you're the zoomer coming at this and saying like, oh well, look at how pixelated it looks, and it's like, you know, it's PlayStation 2 graphics, it doesn't look good, and blah blah blah. It's like you just don't get it, you know. You just don't get it, you know. But how did people even play this on the keyboard back in the day? But I think you have to rebind the controls, or you have to use the what's it called, an actual controller for this. But yeah, once again though, everyone, thanks so much for watching. I think eventually I might do like a full playthrough of the original enhanced edition of Silent Hill 2, just to have that up on the channel. You know, I won't do that now. Like, that'll be like, maybe that'll be something we do on Halloween or something, and that's going to be, I'm sure no one will watch that. It'll be completely a self-indulgent type of thing, but Judo will be here to watch. it's quite the contrast. Yeah, it really it is, right? But I mean, in a good way. I mean, like I said, this is just like even watch this. Let's go see the. There we go. Let's go see Angela before they ruined her. The remake. I love these pre-rendered scenes. There's just so much soul to it, you know? Like, I mean, I can't describe it. I can't articulate it well. Like, I mean...
Excuse me,
Oh, I'm sorry. I
No,
was
it's
just...
okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost.
Lost?
Yeah. I'm looking for Silent Hill. Is this the right way?
Yeah. It's hard to see with this fog, but there's only the one road. You can't miss it.
Thanks.
But
Yes?
I think you'd better stay away. This, this town, there's something wrong with it. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Is it dangerous?
maybe.
And I mean, you didn't need to have this, you know, like I said, you didn't need to have that, you know, hyper-realistic, you know, Unreal 5 going. And you hear that in the background, you hear the soundtrack. The creatures moving around in the background, it's great. It's like the sound effects just make it like perfect, you know? I mean, I remember playing this, remember when we played this like way back in the day? Like this was intimidating as hell. Even just entering the town, like, and nothing happens here. You know, there's no enemies in this section of the game at all. It's just pure, you know, atmosphere. It's pure immersion. It's getting you into, you know, it's great. You know, and in the new game, it's like they throw you, you know, they throw a tutorial little section at you, like, oh, here's where you can find a key and blah blah blah. It's like you just don't get it. You gotta build it up here a little bit, you know. Like this is. I mean, just every time I would hear that when I was a kid, like, just I would freak out hearing that stuff in the background. I vividly remember our first playthrough. Yeah, it was so. I mean, I think our first playthrough was like, it was like a crazy amount of hours. It was like 14, 15 hours. It was like just as long as the, you know, it's not because the game is long. It's just because, you know, like we wanted to explore and we wanted to see everything there was to see, and it's you know, there's just that intimidation factor to it, which the new one doesn't have. Like this one, there was genuine fear in this game. Like you're afraid. Like you don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know what the control is for switching the camera out here. You kind of have to play this game with a controller, but yeah, it's, you know, I'm rambling obviously here at the end. You know, but, you know, it's, yeah, maybe I'll do a full playthrough of this when we get closer to, like, the Halloween or something, if there's any interest in that. But yeah, once again, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. This has been Silent Hill 2 Remake with mods, all the endings, full playthroughs. All that fun. Please check out, you know, check out Rorschach's video coming up. I think he's basically on the cusp of finishing Metal Gear Solid 2, the big boss run. And I know that's, you know, that's going to be the feather in his cap. He's pretty happy with that. I think it's been kind of a challenge. It seems like there's some pretty frustrating bits to that. So, you know, he's going to finish that off pretty soon here. And then we got more stuff coming up here, too. We got First Berserker's coming out in less than a month here, so I will be playing that. We have the Claire Obscure Expedition 33, the French JRPG game, which is that, say that, it's a weird thing to say, the French JRPG. But that's going to be coming up soon. And then, of course, Doom Dark Ages is going to be coming out relatively soon as well, too, in May. It's just a couple of months away. And I know Rorschach and myself will be playing that. So there's lots of stuff coming up this year still. And, of course, Metal Gear Solid Delta is going to be the big headline event for Rorschach. I'm sure he's going to play that to death as well, too. That's going to be an event, I'm sure. And I'm happy for him for that, because at least he at least somebody's happy. I was not happy with the Silent Hill 2 remake from the start. From the outset, I was not. I was curious, but I was not happy that it was being made. But at least everything with the Delta remake looks pretty good, and I feel like everyone's gonna be I don't see that going wrong. Knock on wood. But yeah, otherwise, check out the other videos in the channel. Go ahead and give us a subscribe. We got a lot of content coming. Special thanks to Judo. He's the MVP of the channel and the chat here as well, for hanging out and watching this as well. So, as always, we appreciate it, man. We got to hang out soon. I know it's tough with our schedules, but we definitely got to hang out. I never noticed even these textures over here, just these these shops and stuff like that. You see something different every time you play this game. But yeah, well, thanks again, everybody. I appreciate the shout out. Yeah, thanks, Judo. Yeah, you're the MVP here, of course. But yeah, thanks so much, everybody, for watching. We will catch you very soon here. Like I said, keep an eye out for Rorschach's video for Metal Gear Solid 2. That should be finishing up pretty soon here. But until then, we will see you. We'll see you all later.